You know that feeling in Elden Ring when you're facing a tough boss fight and it seems like you're always fighting for your life, waiting for that small window of opportunity to use a flask to heal. But what if you can turn the tables and make that boss scramble for their lives instead? With this build, you can do just that. Meet Stone, the tank that not only absorbs damage but also dishes out a ton of it. With over 128 poise and the Golem Fist, these boss encounters will become light work. With the heavy affinity scaling these to an A, if you so choose, the Golem Fists deal exceptional damage, and using the skill further reinforces this. The purpose of this build is to embody the essence of 𝐤𝐤, the Golem Smith, who absorbs an obscene amount of damage, and becoming a pure tank is a playstyle I really enjoy. I know you will too. Real quick, if you're interested in builds, guides, and gameplay, then this channel is for you. So don't hesitate to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. I'd love to have you. Now, let's get into the meat of this build because I know you're eager to see the details. I wasn't too happy with the default heavy attack of the Golem Fist, which involves shooting out rocks. I wanted something more fitting for a tank, like a ground pound. But Endure makes up for this, allowing you to live out that tank fantasy. With only 9 FP consumed per use, you have plenty of time to survive any encounter. The duration is 3.5 seconds once activated, and if timed right, it works like a parry, but with the idea of absorbing damage and attacking in a rinse and repeat fashion. Using Endure significantly increases your poise and damage resistance, giving you free range to dish out as much damage as possible. When activated, Endure increases absorption by 45% and adds 80 poise to your attribute, giving you seemingly infinite poise for a short time. This resistance is further reinforced by using armor, talismans, physics, and certain incantation buffs. Starting with the armor, we use the full set of Solitude. This boasts some of the highest stats and resistance with 143 immunity, 150 robustness, and 96 poise to start, making it perfect for this build. And for the wondrous physics, I use the Opaline hard tier. It temporarily boosts all damage negation. This is quintessential, by the way, and the thorny crack tier to maintain the damage, because this makes consecutive attacks grow stronger the more you attack. You see how this is kind of a balanced yin and yang. You have the resistance, you have the damage, and that's only for the physics. And by the way, I designed this build so it's not overly reliant on a bunch of buffs. Almost everything works autonomously, aside from the pre-fight physic, Flame grant me strength, and using Endure mid-fight. And get this, I forgot to activate 𝐦𝐤𝐬 after using Flame grant me strength, and you saw how much damage I dealt still. The Talismans work well with this playstyle. The Rotten Winged Sword Insignia increases damage with successive attacks, Millicent's Prosthesis for boosted dexterity with even more attack power, and the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman for extra physical damage resistance. And the 4th talisman is interchangeable based on the fight. When I encountered Radahn, I used the Claw Talisman to enhance my jump attacks with Flame grant me strength, just to deal that damage I did, which you saw was insane. But for other enemies, you can use the Bull Goat Talisman for more poise. I must reiterate something important about Flame grant me strength because I don't think I've driven the point forward enough. This spell raises physical and fire affinity attack power, dealing 20% more physical and 20% more fire damage once activated. This is 15% in PvP, but the relationship that fire has with strength is special. Fire scales best with strength, which is why it's important to have a high strength value. The attribute scaling for the Golem Fist is at a B when maxed, which is why you see all that damage being dealt once Flame Grant Me Strength is active. You could put an Ash of War on the Golem Fist and add the heavy affinity to make it an A scaling weapon, but I think that would be a mistake. Endure is invaluable and is the source of this build's purpose, to tank and deal damage. Tank and deal damage. That being said, I think a B scaling is just fine. Oh, I forgot to tell you where you can get the Golem Fist. They're located in 𝐤𝐤's Ruined Forge, north of the map. Head straight in, turn left, drop down, then right on the pipe. As you head up, there'll be 2 𝐤𝐤 smiths sitting there. But you have to get them to fight one another, and whoever's killed first will drop the Golem Fist for you. To initiate this, you gotta throw 4 crystal darts at one of them, and they'll just automatically begin to fight. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Eventually, you'll get the weapon. So let me tell you what these attributes look like. And as you know, I'm a level 226. And that's just where I'm at. So I'm going to tell you what the attributes are based on that, but I've also taken the liberty to add a level 150 build. So here are the stats for the 225 build. 60 vigor, 24 mind, 55 endurance, 70 strength, 50 dexterity. Millicent's prosthesis is going to increase this by 5, 13 intelligence, 25 faith in order to activate Golden Vial, and you don't even need any arcane. The level 150 build, you just have to decrease this a little bit, and some of the attributes that don't really need to be as high are dexterity. You can have that at a 20, reduce the intelligence to an 11 so that you can wield the Golden Fist effectively. 50 vigor, drop the mind to 14 because it only requires 9 FP, so you're not going to be really losing out, and drop the strength down to about 50. And there's your 150 build. I really wanted to make a build where I felt dominant, and with this build, there's obviously no denying it. You should try it out. You'll feel so powerful. And tanks aren't the only builds I've made on my channel. Here's another one that I think you'll really enjoy as well. Just click the link on the screen. And I'll see you over there, fam. Oh, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe before you leave. I'd really appreciate it. Be right out.